art is not something you just relate to on a commodity basis. It's something which you have to take almost into yourself. The element of intuition and the element of decision is very, very much related to your feeling for the object as much as your analytical response to prices and everything else. I said once that if someone doesn't buy it, it's not art. I think I was referring probably to contemporary art, because contemporary art only exists when it has matriculated through the marketplace. Essentially, it is something which you've made until it has been anointed by the market. The model has been refined and first developed by the French dealers in the late 19th century with the demise of the Salon. Alfred Barr in New York created this amazing museum, the Museum of Modern Art, and that essentially has defined what art in the mainstream is. Now that model is now under tremendous, I wouldn't say attack, but certainly it's been questioned by new art from emerging markets, which is coming from a completely different standpoint, and where I think tradition and the past is much more significant than it has been to date. There's a great reverence and attachment to the past, not only to art, but also in the ways of behaving, the ways of living, the broader culture. And that's, I think, very, very key, from ceremony to everything, really. And I think that's something which we have lost to some extent in the West with industrialization. There are areas now which are showing the world a new type of contemporary. A new type of contemporary to a Western ear really means something which has never been done before, which is unique and which is pushing the boundaries forward. It's this notion in the West that we are always going forward. And I think actually that the paradigm has been reversed by emerging markets. They are saying that there is no going forward, there is just being. And there has been being because their civilizations have been around for 2,000, 3,000, sometimes 5,000 years. And so there's a staticism to the contemporary. It doesn't have to be a moving, linear development. And that's the difference, and that's in direct opposition to modernism, which is all about linearity. In terms of the reflection of value and price in the new art, it's got a long way to go, because at the moment prices for contemporary Western art are exceedingly high in comparison. And so I think there's a lot of catch-up, and the room for growth is substantial. I mean, if a painting by Gerhard Richter can fetch upward of $20 million, an equivalent by an artist, say, like Fahad Moshiri, at $1.5 million maybe, shows you the level of growth there can still be in that market. The art market changes very, very quickly, and for reasons sometimes which don't seem apparent. But if you have a sound grounding in the things which move markets, you're able to reach a judgment based on solid foundations. And that's something which I think a lot of fund managers and investors, pure and simple in the art market, fail to realize, is that art is a consumer good, a potential investment, but essentially it is a passion good, and that's what we try to convey to our students, the sense that art is a passion investment.